covering one of the most common questions when it comes to classical guitar technique and posture. Should you use a footstool or a guitar support? We will also take a look at how guitarists used to hold the instrument in the 19th century, what composers like Sor, Aguado, and Carcassi recommended, and also how modern players approach this topic. Let's dive in. Now, before we even talk about today's options, it's important to understand that the guitar has never had one official posture. Even the greats of the 19th century all used different approaches. In his method, Fernando Sor explains that the most optimal position for him is when the guitar can rest on a small table in front of him. This stabilizes the instrument without lifting the leg and also keeps the posture relatively neutral. Now, on the other hand, Aguado developed his tripodion, a wooden stand with 3 legs that held the guitar upright. It lifted the bottom of the instrument and kept it away from the body, giving freedom to both hands. Carcassi used a platform under the left leg, very similar to what the modern footstool does. His position created a higher neck angle and a stable contact point for the guitar. So even historically, players experimented with supports, tables, props, and stands just like we do today. Now, the footstool has been the default choice for generations. It raises the left leg and brings the guitar closer to your body. Some of the advantages are direct physical contact with the instrument, stable, grounded feeling, and it is familiar to most players trained from childhood. Also, very precise control over guitar position. Me personally, I have always played with the footstool. That's how I learned as a child, and that early experience shapes everything. When you start young, your whole body adapts to this asymmetry that the footstool creates. For me, even today, the footstool gives the most security. But when someone starts classical guitar later in life, the footstool can be a challenge, especially for the lower back and hips. Children adapt easily, adults often don't. So some downsides of the footstools are that it creates asymmetry in the spine and can cause long-term tension and problems. Now, guitar supports lift the instrument without lifting your leg. Some of the most popular ones today are, for example, ergo play, guitar lift has been very popular in the recent years, less support, and cushions. Advantages to these are more symmetrical posture of your body, less pressure on the lower back, highly adjustable height and angle, and it's great for players, of course, with back and hip issues. But support changes the playing experience, so you lose some of the body contact with the instrument, right, with the leg. The guitar often sits slightly further away from you, and therefore the angle of attack on the string changes. Also, if you switch from footstool to support, it takes time to relearn your positioning. For some players, this is a plus. For others, it feels less natural. Today, professional players use all possible combinations. We have, of course, a lot of footstool players, among them legends like David Russell and Manuel Barrueco. Both have played for decades using only the footstool, and that's proof that it can be ergonomic if your body is adapted and the technique is efficient. Then we have some players that use supports that lift the guitar very, very high, giving almost like a cello-like neck angle. On the other hand, there is Ricardo Gallen, who mostly sits cross-legged with no footstool and no support at all, and that's a position that works wonderfully for him. Also, we have players who play standing. Some guitarists like, for example, Katona Twins and Anton Baranov sometimes play standing up with a strap. So the takeaway, there is no universal posture that works for everyone. So, footstool or support? The real answer is simple. Choose the option that keeps your body relaxed and gives you the sound and control that you want. If you play many hours a day and feel pain, try a support. If you need maximum contact and stability, the footstool might be your best friend. So experiment, listen to your body, and adjust. If you choose to play with the footstool, just don't ignore your body. Make sure also to incorporate stretching, working out, and yoga into your daily routine. The footstool does create asymmetry, and taking care of your posture and core strength is essential for long-term health and pain-free playing. Thank you so much for watching our video, and let us know in the comments, what do you use? Is it a footstool or support or even a third thing? So let's discuss.